And now, a hammer and a Dowell's Restaurant present WrestleMania. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to WrestleMania, presented to you by What's Up Wrestling. I'm here alongside JoJo, and JoJo, what a night it's set to be.
Destination. Introducing the participants. First, representing Pretty Deadly from New York, Crystal Blade.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, WrestleMania 2025, here being delivered to you by What's Up Wrestling. Starting things off, we have the Fire Hearts Championship Mini Rumble. 20 VixXxens to compete. Only one will walk out with the new Fire Hearts title, an equivalent title to the Fighting Spirit Championship. This title that will showcase the absolute desire of competition within the VixXxens roster. Not about greatness, not about recognition. It is about acquiring your own skills. Yeah, I think you can stop explaining the title now. I think by now people understand what is what. Crystal Blade representing the page-turning centerfolds. We'll see who is number 2.
Introducing the individual who drew number 2, representing the Acolytes from Transylvania, Romania,
Oh, Mayhem, who represents the Daughters of Avernus. See 2 other daughters to come in here later on. We have Harper Maloney as well, other member of the PTC. The daughters basically going against the PTC in a way to start things off here. And as I said at the top, only 20 VixXxens will be participating in this mini rumble. So here we go, and Crystal immediately starting things off. Nice running Hurricane Rana. We haven't seen much of Mayhem, but what we've seen has been somewhat impressive, mostly sticking to pre-shows, house shows, and what have you. So this is a truly momentous moment for her. We already have our next entrant. And that's right, Rumbles here in What's Up Wrestling are rather fast. And as I said back at the normal Royal Rumble, only 8 competitors can compete at one time. And Lilac, who perhaps one of the biggest epiphany or representatives in the Fire Hearts, one could say, and double teaming Mayhem. Mayhem may be the first VixXxen eliminated here. And unfortunately goes for Lilac first. And as I was saying, we only have up to 8 competitors inside the ring, keeping things nice and fair, nice and even. And Crystal running into that knee. And in comes Rubber Kitten, a.k.a. Catalina Star, representing the beautifully demonic Satanic Monsters, former tag team champions. Could she walk out of here the Fire Hearts champion? You're going to say that everyone could walk out Fire Hearts champion? I'll try to limit that. It looks like Mayhem might be. No, Lilac fighting back. It would be rather fitting for Lilac to become one of the final 2 competitors here, and only to be eliminated. Number 5 is Ida Atsuko, representing the Good Girls. Or the Glow Girls, sorry. Atsuko, who has had quite the rookie year. Fortunately, things have been dipping down for her ever since the What's Up Wrestling 2.0 came into effect. For the longest time, her partner Riley Everett was out on an injury following a botched spot at a tables tag team match. Yeah, she eliminated herself. So 5 members inside the ring already. And now Mayhem going to get some assistance. Metzley going to come down and give some support, one would hope. Instead going right for her. I guess some group dominance type thing or what have you. Well, it is every woman for themselves, so just surprised that she would go straight for her partner right away. Combination against Lilac as number 7, Spice. Can the BDSM at the very least work together? One more entrant until we're going to be pausing out on entrance. Unless, of course, someone finds themselves eliminated, and it could be Crystal Blake. Double kicks there on Ida and Mayhem. And Crystal already down on the apron. Mayhem keeping up the effort, Metzley. Mayhem just in the corner there, bringing up Spice. This inside clothesline, and Emily Stratfield of the Harem. Interesting. The only non-team participant here, Lilac, although she does have a loose affiliation with the Bad Girls. And now Lilac attempting to bring Catalina, but no. Double counter there from Catalina, who smacks Lilac and Metzley's head against one another. It's almost like a candy treat. And Crystal Blake is out of here, courtesy of Ida Atsuko. The first elimination was the first entrant by Ida Atsuko. Bulldog from Spice. Let's bring Catalina back to her feet, but good tie-up. Well, even BDSM is not on the same page here. And Ida temporarily breaking the laws of physics. Seen issues with plenty of VixXxen matches in the past. It'll be a bit of time until the next countdown begins. And nice high kick there from Emily, and Metzley comes in. But Spice from behind. No other elimination, so entrant number 9. And it is AJ Smith. And Lilac might be on her way out. See her in the corner as Mayhem showcases her own strength, and Lilac saving herself. Metzley sent face first into the canvas, and Mayhem going to get some retribution for her partner. Well, at least attempt as such, and we are full up once more. ID there to Catalina. And Catalina is eliminated. Metzley eliminating Catalina. Trio kicks there from Emily. We know that she will be back out later on. I believe tomorrow night. And out goes Emily as well. Ida, another elimination. Unfortunately for her, she will not be walking out of here Fireheart's champion. That is one title that Emily will not be able to claim as of yet. And Lilac saving herself there. Lucky flip on Metzley, but Spice right there with a headlock takedown. As Ida takes on Mayhem. And AJ recovering in the corner. Spice dropped down from Ida, and AJ just on a tear here. Look into the far corner. And Ida going to pick up where Spice started off. Next entrant, and the next member of the Daughters of Avernus. That is 3 daughters in there right now. And no, 2 daughters as Spice managing to counter out Metzley's efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, give myself a little more comfortable in my chair here. We're sitting at the edge of it for quite some time now. And Tiger comes in, takes down AJ Smith, and goes right back to Lilac. And Kyle took a recent loss to Lady Chaos just last week. Gonna try and do better here. Your command of the English language astounds us all. Lewis Sutton to the corner, and Pink Tiger into the corner as well. DDT and Pink Tiger is a little over halfway now. Lady Chaos in here. And Pink Tiger saving herself. As the Chaos goes straight for 12, continuing up where she left off last week. Move this plays up the ring once more. And Mayhem working on it out of here.
A competitor has been eliminated.
Now going for Spice. And down goes Spice.
Has been eliminated.
It's 2 in a row for Lilac. Gonna try and make it 3 now, but Kyle getting involved. Lilac going for Pink Tiger. Trying to find someone to go for. And Pink Tiger over the top and saves herself from Ida. Takes a breather down in the corner. AJ's head spiked to the canvas as Kyle working away on Chaos. And hip attack on Pink Tiger. Unfortunately, Ida couldn't follow up. That may be the end for her. Elimination.
A competitor has been eliminated.
As Crystal Weiss makes her way inside. Lilac with 3 eliminations here in a row. In absolute disbelief here. It was just a few months ago back at Survivor Series where Lilac and Ida were on the same team, fighting alongside one another for the future of these VixXxens. Bad timing from Riley. Her partner was just eliminated moments ago. And now it looks like Riley might be. Oh! Was she?
A competitor has
Yes, she
been
was.
eliminated.
Bit awkward there. Lady Chaos making short work of Riley Everett. Riley attempting to do everything she could, and out goes Pink Tiger as well. And Nikita, who is rather impressive in the first ever, or sorry, not the first ever, but the last Royal Rumble. And out goes Kyle now.
A competitor has been eliminated.
Lilac and Lady Chaos have been doing quite the fair number of eliminations here. Sonya Ryder, another new competitor here in Wrestling. We're calling her the new Amazon. Definitely going to be someone to look out for here. Lilac going right for her, and it could be her own major mistake. first into the canvas, and now going straight for AJ. And now, and Glory. Glory may be someone who could stand up to Sonya. So he's going to take her attempt. Mini chaos eliminated.
Has been eliminated.
And Lilac suplex giving a leg drop onto Nikita. Inadvertently, obviously. Nikita up over the top. And eliminated already. Not as impressive as her first run. In comes Harper Maloney, another member of the PTC. Mr. Blake obviously already eliminated with the first elimination. And slapped in the face. Nice little miniature bunny hop from Lilac. Nice little time. And Glory, no! Glory tucks underneath. He's been paying attention, and Lilac up over the top, and Lilac eliminated, and Glory eliminated right after him. And AJ planning Sonya down. DDT. It's the Aaron Madigan star. And out goes AJ. The 2025 Snow Bunnies winner, eliminating Catherine Neville in that tournament. Breaking her streak, and now Sonya and Harper are double teaming. Oh, they were. Our final entrant, Hollywood Bailey J. Typically, we've been seeing her as of late alongside Stan Stevens. We'll see in action later on in this event. And there we have it, all 20 entrants. One of these 5 mixes will become the first ever Fire Hearts champion. So nice to recover on the outside. Double face plant there from Harper and Zoe. On the shoulders of Sonya. Sonya had a pretty good opportunity to just get Harper out of the ring. That's right, she might pay for it later. Now up on the shoulders, but Sahara fighting back. Nice hook kick from Hollywood Bailey J. Brings Harper up as well. And it starts to. Sonya and Sahara fighting rather close to the ropes. First are looking to take her, at least wait for her opportunity. Hollywood can come out of here victorious. Would that be a huge inspirational boost for Stan Stevens? And Sahara missing out on that clothesline. And Bailey eliminated.
Has been eliminated.
And down to our final 4. Or rather, final 3.
A competitor has been eliminated.
Harper Maloney, Sahara Madigan Star, and Crystal Weiss. Crystal, the first ever VixXxen's Royal Rumble winner. Harper Maloney, the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. And of course, Sahara Madigan Star, the 2025 Snow Bunnies tournament winner. Not going to help Harper here. Rather surprising. So all 3 of these competitors have their great deal of credentials. So any one of them could come out of here victorious, and rightfully so. We're seeing a short-lived tagging up between Sahara and Crystal, but instead, torture rack with Crystal managing to fight back. Harper attempting to take advantage of that one. And Sahara over the top, but no, manages to save herself here. Drag there from Crystal. And Harper, German suplex from the ground. And Crystal just grounding Harper with repeated shots. Double team. Haven't seen how the double team or how long it lasted before. And Sahara up. Up all over the top onto the apron. And Harper maybe waiting her chance. Again, surprised that these Vixens are not going for eliminations as a team. They all represent their own interest, but still. Back and into the ropes. Nice bulldog from Crystal. Harper, another German suplex on Crystal now. And flying head scissors from Sahara, who takes Harper down. Boot to the face as Harper recovers on the apron. Drop there to Crystal. And across the throat. He's right back up. Now it's Harper who feels the torture rack. And Crystal White's just going to step back and let it happen. No different than when Harper let it happen to her. Another double team. And Crystal and Sahara again turn right against each other. Drop kick, dropping Sahara. Harper recovering on the apron as Sahara brought up to her feet. And dropped down with a hefty shot to the side of the head. And black magic by Sahara on Crystal. And in comes Harper. DDT of her own. And running drop kick to Crystal's face as Harper stepping back. There's Crystal's head again, spiked into this canvas. And Harper's just kicking her when she's down. I almost feel sorry for Crystal at this point. Sahara fighting back, seeing what's about to happen here. And any one of these competitors could become the first ever Firehearts champion. All three of these Vixens want that honor. And Crystal and Harper surprisingly working together. In the corner and wheelbarrow DDT from Harper. And spiked by Sahara coming running right in. As Crystal goes to apron and recovers. Harper fights back. Repeated shots. It's at the leg, but and running bulldog. Goes line into the shoulder. Doesn't take Sahara down though. Not enough power behind it. Sahara had Crystal against the ropes. Opposite not to try and eliminate her. And Crystal takes the high-risk
competitor has been eliminated.
It's a high-risk chance there. Managing to eliminate Harper Maloney, and we are down to 2. Another Hurricane Rana, and there we have it. Crystal Weiss is your our first ever Fire Hearts champion. Her number of eliminations came close to elimination a couple of times herself, but in the end,
here is your winner, Crystal Cutie Pie.
Crystal comes out of here victorious. Our first ever Fire Hearts champion. Failed her cash in on the Royal Rumble win, but this time, winning it big time.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Fighting Dragon Championship.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the longest time, Hector Ramirez was looking for a potential opponent. Unfortunately, he wound up beating them all. But this man, this individual, Violence John, last week came out assaulting. And then even assaulting him after the match, having to be separated by outside individuals. Hector not going to take that line down. Issuing the challenge. Offering Violence John the shot, the opportunity to take the Fighting Spirit Championship from him. And that's going to prove to be the biggest mistake of Hector's life. He could have taken on someone just for the love of the game. Instead, it's his personal pride that's going to see him lose the Fighting Spirit Championship. Maybe so. He was victorious last year at WrestleMania against Dork Killer. That's just a sign of things to come for tonight. Champion and who needed bloodbath and wrath for that very title. He started off a bit rough with his career, but turned things around. Not really becoming the Fighting Spirit champion, but earning his mask. He's been on quite the roll the last few months. But this is where that roll comes to an end. Hector, this is your night. Your night to lose it all. That's right. Take a look at that title for the last time. John is no stranger to championships. He was the $1 million champion for a short while. One of the frontrunners to the first ever two-bar champion. Well, rather than continue competing in that division, he's stuck here in West of Wrestling proper. When he wants something, he makes it known. And this time, ladies and gentlemen, he wanted something.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 232 pounds, the superstar VJ Wilson. And his opponent, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 150 pounds, he is the Fighting Dragon Champion, the hero, Ramirez.
Very impressive title work. We're never going to see it again. Such a shame. This is what this one is all about. We've already seen the VixXxen's equivalent being decided earlier, just moments ago, in fact. Now it is time to see the fighting spirit and Hector coming out. Now going for an immediate pin. No surprise there, but again, taking Violence John down, standing shooting star. Turns Violence John over, goes for the legs. And down to the knees. Another standing shooting star connects. As Hector is on fire here and not going to get Violence John. Just moments reprieve on the outside. The hell are Sticker and Rapper doing on the ringside apron? They're sponsoring the show. Well, there you got something in with the graphic artist, I suppose. Maybe they paid them. So stupid. And Hector are all going to take opportunities now. And quite the ladder here. Yeah, we'll never see it used. And Violence John brings out a ladder of his own. A bit smaller, though. Almost like he's saying something. Honestly, it doesn't really matter the size of the ladder, it's how you use it. And dropping Hector's back of his leg onto the corner of the ladder is certainly one way to use it. Inside clothesline from Violence John, who steadily turns things around, but the fighting spirit of Hector alive and well. There's a cavalry referee managing to power kick that ladder away. Honestly, it's rather impressive that she was able to do that for someone who can't even take a hit. Back flip axe kick, top of the cranium of Violence John. Here's the cover. And narrowly 2.5. Hector back on the outside looking for something else. Violence John has him in the corner. Now I'm going to thank him for bringing the kendo stick inside. And Hector up top. Line here. Violence John to his feet, just a few feet away, really. And almost the front drop kick. And Violence John hoping that's going to knock the wind out of him. Destroyer. And no, not yet. Right on the apron. Violence John going to charge in here. No. Hector, knee to the head. Off the ropes. Huge shoulder block. And crushing down on Violence John. Up with the kendo stick. And down across the lower back. Rushing into that. In the corner, here he comes. High kick, Hector, violence, Johnson reeling him back. Double knees to the face. And here's the cover once more. And Hector Ramirez retains the Fighting Spirit Championship.
Here is your winner, and still fighting Dragon Champion, Ramirez.
Boy, what happened to the replays? Don't have a question about the replays. Hector Ramirez retaining the Fighting Spirit Championship. Doing it here in front of our sold-out crowd. Again, walking out of here, champion as he entered. Anyone Fighting Spirit be high enough to even challenge this man?
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from the fifth dimension, the Hot Green Lady.
Well, this one should be an interesting matchup. These two VixXxens have had issues for quite some time, ever since Amariil first came in here becoming the women's champion, or at least even before then becoming #1 contender to the women's championship. All the way back in last spring. Amariil coming in as the intergalactic sensation. Say that again. And challenging Roxie, who renamed the women's championship to one of the longest sounding names that anyone could give it to them here. Just to basically try and prove a point. Unfortunately for her, it was Amariil who came out of that one victorious, and Roxie, well, has not forgiven her for that.
And accompanied by the Queen from Carson City, Nevada, Roxie Stevenson.
Part of this match, which is basically Roxie to defeat Amariil, and Amariil will assist in spreading Roxie's feminist message. And what does Amariil get? That is yet to be disclosed, because Roxie has wanted to keep that one close to the chest. However, she doubts, obviously, that we'll even see that promise come to fruition, especially since Roxie is up here with the likes of in Arizona. I really think she's going to be an issue in this matchup. She's defeated Amariil. Certainly posing an intimidation factor. And, nice counter there from Amariil. Uses Roxie's own momentum against her. Positive movement. Steps down the back of Roxie's head, kicks out the shoulder. And Roxie sending her right back. To her feet, takes a shot from Roxie. And into the back elbow. Manages to kick her back. If nothing else. A huge dose of pride on the line just from Amariil. What happens if they're both counted out? Well, I mentioned that neither of them gets what they're after here. Everyone taking a moment to shut up from the apron. Let's see another second. And octopus stretch from Roxie and the referee with the perfect position to see any sort of tap. Roxie setting Amariil into the far corner and comes out. No, not with a bulldog. Sent far forward. Right into a clothesline. Roxie really wanting that intergalactic messaging. Those pump heels right in the face can't feel good. Any sort of heels wouldn't feel good. Any sort of boots wouldn't feel good. They're smashing to your face like that. Roxie was attempting a low cat's meow. Amariil, who now has Roxie out. These are into a clover leaf, it looks like. Roxie's not going to tap out. Fight, Roxie, fight! It's for the feminist message. Do you believe in Roxie's feminist message? I'll believe in anything Roxie tells me, as long as I don't end up being sent to the sun or something. Given Roxie's message, if her big plan is sending all the men out into the sun, I mean, she would have to trust men to pilot that ship. Wouldn't she? Well, she thought it through, I'm sure. Amariil getting that shoulder up. And Roxie now poised and ready to strike. Again, tries to go for the thigh. Being pulled right from the corner. Between the shoulder. And Amariil again. Cloverleaf locked in. Middle of the ring this time. She was able to break out last time. Can she do it again? And she's struggling. I don't think she can. I think she's going to have to wait. And no, manages to do so. She's going to have to wait for the mercy of Amariil, but Roxie looking to end this thing quickly. She now knows just how much Amariil means business. Nice inverted Hurricane Rana, spiking Amariil's head to the canvas. On the outside, we'll see if Amazonia tends to get involved. Short clothesline on Amariil as Roxie brings her right back up to her feet. Hurricane Rana down to right by the steel stairs. And halfway through the count already. Right back inside. That was all Roxie on the outside there. And here we go. The cat's meow may be enough. And indeed it is. Roxie Stevenson victorious. Amariil will become the intergalactic messenger of Roxie's feminist message. Let's see this glorious moment again. Amariil will finally be put to perfect use with this perfect camera angle.
Here is your winner, Roxie Stevenson.
A huge victory for Roxie as her feminist army essentially grows and she's going to dance for it. If you're a man, you basically have to turn away and ignore the celebration. So what are we doing focusing back here for? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Blue Punch issuing a backstage brawl challenge to rEbiRth. Did not want to fight him inside the ring. Wanted to fight him in a way where he could do anything he wanted. And all that he did would be considered legal. After all, rEbiRth is a man who took months of his life away from him. So officials have been basically ordered to let these two men fight it out FTW rules style. They will fight until one competitor is deemed unconscious. And rEbiRth is going for a steel chair. So basically you mean that if rEbiRth can beat up Blue Punch and just take him out, we're probably not going to see him again for another few months. Well, depending upon how things go here, we may not see Blue Punch for a while. Or we may not see rEbiRth for a while. Oh, wait. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. You did pretty good there with saying that we won't be seeing Blue Punch for a while. Well, if we see any more of those kind of steel chairs, rEbiRth looks to have been trying to go for a one-man concerto. And now rushing, using his entire body just to take rEbiRth down. He's up and around. Inverted DDT. You see the makeshift ring. We've seen that a number of times in FTW backstage brawls. Most notably between the Coven and Country Dominance. We will see in action tomorrow night. And then shovel down to the gut and again. Shots to the ribs from rEbiRth. And there's Blue Punch up. Repeated shots and rEbiRth fighting back. Blue Punch fighting back. Oh, we can just focus on rEbiRth getting in the shots of his own. There's one. But not a KO shot. rEbiRth steps back and hefty shot. Side of the head. How's that not a KO shot? Well, just like Hector Ramirez, Blue Punch has a fair deal of fighting spirit within him. Blue Punch turning that chair away, stepping back, coming in, and a lot of momentum behind that one, and Blue Punch face first into those boxes. This is what people pay to see. We're taking Blue Punch away. We're turning him away, and Blue Punch fighting back. Nice kicks there. The shoulders, and there's the KO shots. rEbiRth victorious here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, on the way to the ring, accompanied by the Gladiators, at a combined weight of 690 pounds. The Gladiators!
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Tag team titles are on the line. The Gladiators finally taking their first shot at the gold. Glory, who was competing in tonight for the Firehearts Royal Rumble, unfortunately came up short. But let's see if the Gladiators Prime and Claude Poisson can turn things around. Certainly turn things around for themselves as of late. The past few months have been a real win riot here for the Gladiators. Of course, we can't take away the fact that Glory is still also the 2025 Queen of the Ring. Yeah, but what has she done lately? Well, I suppose not much. She did lose her cash-in match. But she is here. She's ready to cheer on her team. Roswell just the other day losing his up, down championship in that best of 3 series against Tina Molina of FTW and of course the Pretty Mean Bitches. But he still has the tag titles alongside partner 51 and of course still has the hand of Alexa Bliss. Though we'll see how much of that he has left at the end of this one as Prime and 51 starting things off. And 51 showing some quick athleticism there. Went for a high kick and immediately went for another. Turn that into a shove. Very often you see Prime being shoved back. Or overpowered even. As a result, Prime going for some speed. Basically, if Prime or Claude can't overpower 51, then this match is over. Power is all the Gladiators have. Indeed, it would seem so. And DDT on Claude. 51 going now, just planting Claude's face into the canvas. Brings him around, high knee to the side of the head. Continuously picks him up, forcing him to wear himself out even further. Not only wearing him out, but dizzying him, leaving him open for a further assault. That's not the way you want to be when you're in the ring with Roswell, who again is suffering his first loss in the up, down, down, I don't want to say division, but Claude getting in his first offensive match move since this match began. And power bombs Roswell down. That's certainly going to knock the starch out of him. In comes Prime. This is out on his clothesline bulldog combination. Roswell running in, kick to the back. Swift to his feet, but in comes 51. We already had trouble with him. Takes to the midsection, pulls him in, and tries for a double underhook something. He catches a spine buster for his trouble. Prime fighting back, series of shots to 51. Clothesline just flips him up and over. Here's the first cover of the match. So how often are we going to see competitors come in and break up counts? Well, quite often, I'm certain. Team maneuver. High big boot. And Claude rolling to the outside. And over the top goes Roswell, but Prime on the outside. Prime dodging out of Roswell's way. Standing splash crushes down over Roswell. No one crushes down on Roswell but Alexa Bliss. And finally headbutt from Roswell, and again. And 3 in a row. Roswell just, oh really, that was just him falling on top of Prime. And headbutt on Roswell. Prime inside the ring, and in comes Roswell. Fans probably would have been more than upset had this one ended in a countout. I think it tells you that's exactly what Roswell is trying for. As in comes Claude, who ducks underneath. I think he just kind of fell underneath. Yeah, it looks like he was trying to go for Roswell's legs. Knee to the spine and tag out to 51. Breaker from behind. And Claude now. And Roswell, the rush around treatment. Unfortunately, can't keep hold of the arms for too long. 51 missing out on that clothesline. Just as Claude misses out on that leg lariat. Has him in, double underhook. There's the cover and save by Prime. Roswell sent to the outside by Prime, and now 51 sending Prime to the outside. Series of shots, and nice body slam there by 51. And what an uppercut! Sends Claude right into orbit. Here's the cover. I don't see Prime. And kick out by Claude. 51 in a state of disbelief. Going orbital. And here's the cover once more. This could be it. And no, again, Claude getting that shoulder up. And 51 doesn't know what to do. Just keep fighting. That's what you do. Ducks underneath and clothesline. Claude really needs to tag out, sends 51 into the corner. Now it does so. Nice double team maneuver by the Gladiators as Prime setting his attention onto Roswell. As long as it's Roswell and not Alexa. As Claude now with 51 sends him back into the ring. Catching from behind, drops him down. And put tag to Claude. Could be an issue, but indeed you're seeing it right there. Claude unable to get 51 up. Still a bit 2 days from that orbital shot and the going orbital. And first into the turnbuckle, and Roswell from behind though. Solid cheap shot. And tag out to Roswell. Just as they had done to Prime earlier. And no! Roswell attempting to take Prime out. Dropping the shoulder, and here's the cover. But Prime right in there. Double axe handle, back of the head. 51 warning Prime from doing that again. And Roswell up on top. Unfortunately couldn't stop Claude, who gets a desperate tag in to Prime. As Roswell taking it 51, ducks underneath, and going orbital. Quick into the cover. This could be it. And no. Prime immediately to his feet. Trying with a double underhook facebuster. And again, another cover. And again, Prime kicking out. The Gladiators are not going down. And orbital shot from 51. Here's the cover. But Claude this time managing to make the save. The Gladiators certainly are not going down easy here. Straight shot, and again, but Prime knocking him back. Face first on the turnbuckle. And back first into the turnbuckle as Roswell swiftly catches hold of him. Arm to the back, and Roswell again going up top. Tries, gets it in there. Just a one count, though, thanks to efforts of Claude, who is set to the outside. And Prime pulling him in for a clothesline. And Midas touch from Prime. Midas touch on Prime. And kick out from Roswell. A perfect opportunity. And Prime with Roswell up. And power slams him right back down. Roswell to his feet. And choke bomb. Here's the cover. I don't see 51. And Roswell gets that shoulder up again. I'm trying for a straight shot. Both these teams having perfect opportunities, and in comes Claude. Bulldog counter from Roswell as Prime on the outside recovering. Tag out to 51. Roswell going to need some time to recover here. Blade from 51 and dropkick combination. Another quick tag out to Roswell here. Claude is, I was about to say, was ready. A quick going orbital. Here's the cover. And that is it. Area 51 retain their titles. Honestly, close calls for all involved here. Here we go, that going orbital. Time was nowhere to be seen. Plenty of double teams, plenty of good opportunities here. Honestly, it took everything for the Gladiators to go down. And Roswell taking a few hits of his own.
Here are your winners.
Well, Roswell still at least holds on to one title.
I think, Alexa Bliss, the Alexa Bliss championship is still pretty impressive as well.
I don't think she's really a championship, but, And it is now time for the FTW side of things. Starting off big here with a 6-person elimination tables matchup.
What?
Country Dominus to take on the Coven.
Whoa, she's beautiful. I'm talking about a Yankee Rose. Ooh, and she looks wild. Are you ready for the
Country Dominus, Dixie Clements. The Rebel Rosen Fighters here in West Side Wrestling. They debut against Jessica Jenkins and decided, instead of keeping up that feud, offered a tag team opportunity for her, and, well, Jessica took it. These two have been rather impressive. Back second Rebellion, that Queen of Spades matchup. Dixon was the last remaining survivor against the Coven. Did what she could, but ultimately took a huge loss. Dixie on the outside, waiting the arrival of her partner, or at least one of her partners,
and
one of two.
from Houston, Texas, Hannah Cooper.
And one of the newest member here in FTW, Hannah Cooper, a member of Country Dominance brought in by Jessica Jenkins. Saw her in action a few weeks ago, standing in ringside as well for Jessica Jenkins. Now a full member of Country Dominance. We'll see how she does inside of a team. And Gorilla, you're being awfully quiet.
Gorilla just paying attention. Gorilla wants to see tables shatter against weak humans.
Gorilla kind of reminding me of my other co-announcer.
And from Austin, Texas, Jessica
Longest standing member of What's Up Wrestling, Jessica Jenkins. Came into What's Up Wrestling a few years ago, partnering up with Kaio, having a deep friendship and studying alongside her, under the tutelage of Elaine. The FTW division opened up, and Jessica took the opportunity, wishing her partner well. And here she is.
Is a requirement for all Country Dominant to have huge batakadonks.
This seems to be the case. I mean, Jessica Jenkins and Hannah Cooper are well endowed down there. Don't know too much about Dixie, though. But, good noticing there, Gorilla. Maybe we can do something about these bananas. So Country Dominance all ready for this one. Now waiting the arrival of their competitors, the Coven. Certainly taking their time getting here.
They get here when ready. They ready.
and the Disciples of Darkness.
So the Coven, there's Mistress Belladonna in the back. There's Pain. And Vengeance in the middle. We'll see how these three do sauntering down to the ring. Honestly, they have nothing to really be too upset about. They've been rather dominant here ever since arriving. And when it comes to country dominance, well, the Coven has been the true dominant. And here we go. Again, this is an elimination tables matchup. You do not win by simply throwing one competitor through the table. You have to throw an entire team through a table, one at a time, or I suppose all three if you're able to. Table already in the ring. Belladonna getting another table, and backdrop on top of the table, but that doesn't break it. Knocking Dixie back against the ropes. Backbreaker now. As the Coven well on top of things here. As Dixie fighting back from the crossface of Menace. And Belladonna with Hannah up. Again, for the most part, the Coven showcasing some tremendous teamwork here. Table set, and Hannah and Menace inside the ring. Dixie coming around, going for Pain. Nice flip around. And shots in the midsection. In comes Pain. Or Jenkins. And into the corner, and Pain going to join up with Menace inside the ring. In one situation, as Belladonna seems to be doing rather well against Dixie and Jessica, at least temporarily. And it's sent to the outside by Hannah, but she still has Pain to deal with. Set against the table. Pain could be eliminating her from this one if the camera were to focus on that action, but no, Hannah countering out. Folds it up, backdrop. And Pain over the top rope, leaving Hannah inside the ring. Menace and Jessica on your right. Dixie and Belladonna on your left. Sorry, no. Belladonna and Dixie up on top. That's Pain on your left. There's Hannah chasing around, going straight back for Pain as Jessica. And I believe that is Dixie eliminating Menace. Or sorry, Pain. No, Belladonna. Get name right. Sorry about that. So the Country Dominants are up by 1. Belladonna having to head to the back. And headlock takedown on Menace. Jessica all alone inside the ring. Hannah and Pain swing around neckbreaker. Little do-si-do action. Table already set up inside. And there's a ring around there from Hannah. There's Dixie with the steel chair, and DDT onto the steel chair. There's Jessica coming in for her new friend. Bull Nelson drop. But Menace fighting back. Has Dixie up. And Pain being thrown inside the ring. Knocks the table off its legs. And Hannah gonna set it right back up again. All 5 remaining competitors inside the ring. And Hannah just narrowly misses the table. Straight shot sends Pain back towards the table. And Jessica now propped up against it. You want to move out of the way. Bulldog has Menace in trouble. All 3 members of Country Dominance in there alone with her. Has Pain on the outside, working her way to her feet, finally coming back in. And Pain catching Jessica from behind and Dixie from behind.
that wrong with human evolution? No eyes on back of head.
Some people just call it perception, but it seems that Country Dominance is lacking in it. And table again knocked off its legs. And Hannah once more sets it right back up. And she just set it up a little over to the side. And Jessica up top comes down onto Payne as Hannah brings Menace up, sends her back into the ring. Dixie already set up and ready for her. She's on that moonsault as Dixie sets up the table. Goes in, assists her partner. And Menace fighting back against both members here. Payne now knocking down the table. Just missing that big boot. And table once more set up. Menace realizing what they want. Fighting back.
Tables here weak. What wrong with that?
The tables are just set to break. So I don't think they really put in all the necessary screws for the legs. As the Coven somehow in a 3-on-2 situation. Well, they were in command for a bit there. Beated knees to the face. And both members sent against each other. And Dixie power bombs Menace through the table. So it is all on Payne now. Dixie with 2 eliminations here. Can she go for a clean sweep throughout the entire Coven? Huge opportunity for just that, as again, it is Payne all on her own against the entirety of Country Dominance, but she's going to keep fighting. Menace trying to get out of here. And Payne trying to get Jessica away, but unfortunately, it's not to be. And we'll see how long Country Dominance just wants to punish Payne, sending a message to the rest of the Coven. As Hannah Cooper getting a bit too excited here. I mean, it is a table.
But never see people go through that table.
You might see it here today. 3 members of Country Dominance here. And shots in the midsection from Hannah. Or maybe a bit low. Clothesline on Payne, who just tries to get up. Overhead belly to belly. An atomic drop. As all 3 members of Country Dominance just taking out their frustration against the Coven on Payne, who for a bit fighting back. Swings her around, little do-si-do, but Payne shoves her away. Gets to the midsection, kicks her right back up, clotheslines her down. So you say, like, Country Dominance could have done the merciful thing and just fought her up to the table, but they're keeping her outside. And a drop across the throat. Payne being brought back to her feet. And Hannah immediately catching hold of her before Dixie can do anything to her. It's really a race between these 3 onto who gets hold of Payne. German suplex sends her right back. In the midsection, and again, chop across the back of the neck. It looks like Dixie is looking for an extra table to use on the outside. And Payne, who is, well, now fighting back. It seems to be up to Dixie to keep her right back down. The fall-away slam. As Hannah's excitement gets the better of her, she races right past Dixie. And moonsault time misses with the knees to the midsection, but we'll see. Oh, and Hannah just tossing that kendo stick to the head. And Dixie adding more to that injury. And again, tosses to the corner, and Jessica and Hannah just race right over to her. Dixie steps back, letting Jessica and Hannah do what they want. And up on the shoulders. Head first, actually. About to say face. And Jessica slapping the face. Knees in the face. And eventually this thing's going to have to come to a halt. And given Country Dominus' hatred of Coven, they do everything they can in this 3-on-1 assault. And Payne fighting back. Payne should use the opportunity to race away from these three and try to take them out one at a time when she gets her opportunities. Just have both Jessica and Hannah a bit dazed, allowing her to take out Dixie, but trying to get out of there. Unfortunately, couldn't do so. And her headlock just wearing her out. Back down onto the mats. And Jessica still a bit walked. Comes running in. High kick. Leg drop from Jessica Jenkins. And table found out by Jessica. Honestly, a bit surprised that Dixie didn't find one earlier. Or maybe she just wasn't looking for a table. Another do-si-do from Hannah. Dixie brings Payne up to her feet. And Jessica right by the hair. Backbreaker. As Hannah brings Payne right back up. And Payne again fighting back. And fall away again from Dixie. Payne to her feet. Drop right back down, and Hannah on top of her like a pack of wolves. And by the hair. Pushing right through, catching Payne with a boot to the face. And again by the hair, right by the locks. Close to the roots is Payne again. Gutbuster. She can get in a few shots every now and then, but just not enough. Breaker from behind as Jessica brings Payne up. Another neck breaker as Jessica again brings Payne up. And Dixie right on her. Another fall away slam. And more do-si-do action as Dixie has Payne up to her feet. Honestly, it's hard to tell. Like, I'm sure one of them wants to put paint through a table, but seeing her fight back. It just makes it clear and evident to them that Pain is not going down the way that they hope. And running Bulldog. Honestly, if our FTW GM was not a full-on masochist, I think he would have, or she, or whoever, would have called for this one a long time ago as an obvious loss on the Coven. Shoulder breaker there from Jessica to Payne. As Payne again tossed away, and Hannah immediately racing up to her. Payne down and out. Elbow drop from Dixie. Payne fighting back. And tilt-a-whirl slam from Dixie. And powerbomb onto the mats. I think by this point, anything Payne does is just out of instinct. Payne drop face first, and Jessica coming in from behind. Into the gut, and shot to the back. And up on the shoulders, and down goes Payne. Commentary just repeating over and over again. Indeed, just saying that Payne is being brought back up and, well, essentially dropped back down, face first. Steals chair. And drop as Country Dominance continues up on top of her. And German suplex. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm getting the call here. It is just clear that Country Dominance is not intending to win this match. They're just intending to punish Payne. And, well, if that's all they're going to do, then they're basically going to be holding up the rest of the show. And as such, Country Dominance has been awarded the victory. We're going to take things back to West Up Wrestling, and, well, we're going to hope that these four can settle it. Country Dominance will, at some point in time, stop, but by the looks of it, this is going to be the rest of the night here in the FTW arena. So we will see you over in West Up Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Female Alliance Championship.
How come we never really see his face?
Well, it's been rumored that he has Medusa eyes. So anyone who sees his face will instantly turn to stone, but that is yet to be proven. As the Women's Royal Rumble winner makes her way to the ring. Member of the council, Babydoll alongside her manager Shadow and challenge Erin Reed for the VixXxen Championship. She's been rather impressive since debuting a little under a year ago here in West Side Wrestling. Catching the eye of Stephanie and Kitty. New enforcer of the council before it was disbanded. Ah, don't remind me. So go on, representing the council in the 4 games matchup. And since then, has been on her own, entered the Royal Rumble, won it, decided to face off against Erin Reed. Real match of differing sizes here. But Erin Reed is not one to shy away from a challenge. We haven't seen any titles change hands here at WrestleMania. We've seen a new champion being crowned, formerly Fireheart's champion, Crystal Weiss. But every other title that has been defended has been defended successfully. Let's pass things off now to our ringside announcer. We have one of those. We had some money come in last year.
Introducing the challenger from Baltimore, Maryland, the Doll. And her opponent from Bray, Ireland, she is the Female Alliance Champion, Erin Reed.
Erin, who is rather proud of her championship reign. It took her 2 attempts to get it from Kaio, ultimately winning out, defeating even her long-standing rival Hollywood Haley J. This will be her biggest challenge yet. And I don't just mean because Babydoll is 3 times her size. I mean because, well, we've seen Babydoll take a few victories over her before. And here we go, Babydoll immediately rushing in. And Erin doing what she could to put up what little defense she had. Trying to drop kick the knee, but Babydoll throwing herself again at Erin. It's clear that Babydoll's assault plan is to just let her weight do the talking. And thus far, it's working. Dodging around Erin, now coming in from behind. Clothesline back of the head. The VixXxen's champion is in trouble here. Straight shot, and again, 3 shots knocking Erin down to the canvas. I'm just a bit distracted by Erin's choice of ring attire. Forever, there to ever be a case of wardrobe malfunction. Erin trying her best, trying to keep up to her feet. And Babydoll has her up and drops her right back down. Erin on the outside to regain some composure. Doing a big mistake, trying to show the fans that she still has some fight left in her. Yeah, instead of reassuring the fans, try and reassure yourself. Erin trying for her the impossible, a German suplex on Babydoll, and well, she got what she got. Clothesline and another clothesline. And one more. I think Babydoll wants a count out. We're up to 8 now. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a countout, but we're hearing something. What to see on the replay. Babydoll exiting the ring.
Here is your winner, the Doll.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting notice here. Babydoll presumably winning here, but not for the championship.
Wait, where the hell did this cell come from?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, due to replay watching, it was decided that Babydoll had indeed gotten over the ropes well enough for this match to restart, and to make certain that such an issue doesn't happen again, it's been called for a Hell in a Cell.
Again, where the hell did the cell come from?
Such things are not meant to be answered, ladies and gentlemen. It's either this or we accept a count-out victory to close off night one of WrestleMania, rather than allowing us to see what we've all come to see, and that is some one-on-one action that is decisive in its victory.
So basically the cell just materialized.
Indeed, it materialized by the will of everyone in this arena and all those watching at home, not accepting, again, a count-out victory at the end of night one of WrestleMania.
So where did Shadow go?
I suppose you can say that Shadow became the cage, or she just went into the back, because she was not going to be standing outside of the cage watching Babydoll have to go through all of this. Erin Reed, who has yet to have any form of offense since this match restarted. There we go, managing to fight back. Has Babydoll teetering, but I don't think it's enough. Running back. Not enough. Over the baseball bat. Pulls her right in for a short clothesline. And gut wrench toss. Erin Reed trying to roll out of the ring, but Babydoll catching hold of her. And now picking up the baseball bat that Erin brought in to try and equalize things. And Erin being shoved far away as Babydoll pulls her from the corner. Into the ropes and crashes down with a hefty splash. Middle of the ring cover. Kick out by Erin. Into the ropes again. Tries for a leg drop. And Erin gets a good height, but Babydoll immediately back up and has her down. Turns her over, goes for the sharpshooter stomp. And Babydoll feeling all of it. Could be a huge surprise victory. And just a 2 count. And Erin Reed not going to slow down. Has the baseball bat in hand. Misses on a couple of strikes. Misses on the third. Babydoll knocks the bat out of her. Babydoll showcases some high athleticism. Moonsault off the ropes. Kick to the gut, knee to the face, goes for another cover. Going to go for as many covers as she can when she can. Babydoll up and Babydoll again, immediately countering out. And again, has her down. Sharpshooter stomp. And down onto the baseball bat. Throws her over, under the leg. And 2.5. Reed really pulling out all the stops. Sends Babydoll up over the top rope to the outside, finally fighting back here. This is as dangerous for her as it is for Babydoll outside here.
European uppercut sends her running right back to the cage wall. And face first as Babydoll stumbles away, comes back with a back elbow. And now Erin to the side of that steel cage. And now face first. And to the outside they go. That did not take long. German suplex from Babydoll. So they're free. Erin can come here now. I think Erin's going to be focused a little more on her match. Another hefty uppercut from Babydoll as Erin tries to get away. There's certainly one way for her to go. And indeed, she is taking it. And the crowd here is loving it as Babydoll. I think Erin having some second thoughts halfway up. Or not. Back to the face and Babydoll fighting back. Another shot. Dodge and face first into the mesh. And ooh! That one was right against the bar. What is Erin doing here? Head all the way back up. Babydoll's taking the first tumble. Now joining up with Erin. Babydoll with an immediate trio of shots. Has Erin up. And no, power slam. Babydoll has some mercy, though they are precariously close to the edge. It'll be fine. Nothing's going to happen. No canvas protecting them there. It is all steel. And dodging away. Hefty shot. Narrowly falling off as a result. Putting her back to the edge, not too smart. Repeated shots again and again. Brings Babydoll up. Has her down. Sharpshooter stomp onto the steel. Onto the steel mesh. Just as damaging. And Erin doing a little victory hop. Now submission hold applied, placing Babydoll's foot to the back of her head. We saw Babydoll tapping out, but nothing happens unless it's inside the ring. I was wondering why the referee didn't climb after them. Well, the referee is smart. Here's Erin now turning the tables here. Stomping down on the wrist. Sorry. Babydoll to her feet, but not for long. Back of the head, hitting that steel. And once again, Babydoll's head colliding with the steel mesh. Another submission hold, and elbow again. And that steel playing a huge role. And Babydoll right on top. Erin Reed right on top. Slowly trying to get to her feet. And Erin's celebrating here. But again, all she's doing is just damaging Babydoll. We want to get her inside the ring at some point, some way. Close again to that edge. And huge splash. Crash landing on top of Erin, just flattening her. And Babydoll just narrowly losing her balance after that big boot. Step on her, mommy. Babydoll keeps up the assault. Has Erin up once more. Another power slam. Erin has lost control of this one. Babydoll with Erin up again. And this time, spine colliding with the straight steel bar. No worse than her landing on that mesh. You saw the mesh buckle just a little bit. Unfortunately, that's part of the cage is right above. Nothing but hard mats. Even the turnbuckle post. Gut wrench dropped by Babydoll as Babydoll just continues the assault on the VixXxen's champion. Erin narrowly knocked off and Hurricane Rana. Babydoll takes a moment, flexing it out. Ducks underneath. Tries for the running shot. And bear hug applied on Erin. Erin attempting a double-handed clap, but couldn't get it. And Babydoll takes the tumble, losing her balance. And Erin taking a much softer route down. Hard to say who got the worst of it up there. I mean, both competitors had their huge advantages. European uppercut knocking Babydoll back. Erin follows up. Thus far, there's still only one way back into the ring. Babydoll will make another way in. Babydoll staggered against the barricade. Reed taking a short breather. The European uppercut knocking Babydoll off her feet. She swiftly gets back up, and Erin working her way back up the side of the cell, and up comes Babydoll, who's taken 2 tumbles thus far. And Erin saying that she's going to take a third. This person to that mesh. And Erin now takes the tumble. Will Babydoll continue the climb? Indeed she does. We'll see if Erin Reed goes to join her. Indeed she does. As Babydoll now waits. So she might be building up some space for a charge. Rushing. And a jumping shot of her own. Nice combination there by the VixXxen's champion. Knocking Babydoll back. Ducks underneath. Kicks to the midsection. And plants Erin. Ribs against the steel bar. Now in the middle. Powerbomb. Oh! Both competitors drop through. And here's a cover on Erin. This should be it. And indeed it is. Babydoll victorious here, winning the VixXxen's championship. Erin Reed, who did everything she could. Unfortunately, taking a choke bomb through the top of the cell down to the canvas below. After all those repeated shots, it's not going to do too well for her.
Here is your winner, and new female Alliance champion, the
what a way to close out night one of WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. A new VixXxen's champion, the Royal Rumble winner. Is this a sign of things to come? Will we see Ranger taking the Universal Championship for himself? Tune in tomorrow to find out. Until then, I'm Wally Weasel alongside JoJo. Thank you and good night. Yes, good night.